You sit down to work. 5 minutes in, your brain screams for a break. Just a quick check on your phone. One notification turns into five. Suddenly, you're scrolling, watching videos, jumping between apps, and before you know it, an hour's gone. Sound familiar? This isn't just a bad habit. Your focus is under attack. Every time you try to concentrate, something pulls you away. Social media, notifications, endless distractions. But what if I told you, this is not your fault? Your brain has been hijacked, and today I'll show you exactly who's behind it, why it's happening, and most importantly, how to take back control. Let's break it down. Step 1. The invisible war on your attention. Right now, billion-dollar industries are fighting for your focus. Social media, streaming platforms, news apps, they don't just want your time, they need it. They've designed their platforms to be as addictive as possible. Endless scrolling so you never stop. Dopamine spikes every time you get a like or comment. Notifications that force you to check your phone, even when you don't need to. And the worst part? Your brain is wired to fall for it. Each time you switch tasks, your brain releases a small amount of dopamine, the chemical that makes you feel good. It's the same system that keeps gamblers hooked to slot machines. The more you get distracted, the more your brain craves the distraction, and over time, your ability to focus weakens. Step 2. Why your focus is getting worse and how to reverse it. Ever feel like your attention span is shorter than it used to be? That's because it probably is. Studies show that the average attention span has dropped from 12 seconds to just 8 seconds, which, fun fact, is shorter than a goldfish. And here's why. Short-form content like TikTok and YouTube Shorts trains you to crave quick dopamine hits. Notifications force you to multitask, making deep focus impossible. Constant context switching, jumping between apps, tasks, and messages, destroys productivity. Your brain is constantly adapting, and if you train it to jump from one distraction to another, it will get better at doing that, at the cost of deep focus. Think about it. When was the last time you read a full book without checking your phone? But here's the good news. You can rebuild your focus faster than you think. Step 3. The 3-step focus reset. If you want to fight back and regain control over your focus, you need to retrain your brain. Hack 1. The dopamine detox trick. Right now, your brain is overstimulated. The goal is to reset your dopamine levels. For 24 hours, cut out social media, video games, short-form content, mindless scrolling. Instead, replace them with reading, because your brain gets bored, which forces deeper focus. Deep work, with long periods of uninterrupted study or work. Nature walks, which are scientifically proven to restore attention span. Within a day, you'll feel mentally sharper. Within a week, you'll notice a massive difference in your ability to focus. Hack 2. The 30-minute deep focus rule. Your brain works best in short, intense bursts of focus. Here's how to hack this. Set a timer for 30 minutes. Work with 100% focus. No distractions. When the timer ends, take a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then take a longer break. Why does this work? Because your brain is terrible at focusing for long periods. But when you break it down into small chunks, it becomes effortless. Want an extra boost? Use the Forest app. You plant a virtual tree while you work, and if you leave the app, the tree dies. That tiny guilt trip is surprisingly effective. Hack 3. The single tasking method. Most people think they're good at multitasking, but in reality, your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. To fix this, turn off all notifications, no buzzing, no alerts, no distractions. Use one tab at a time. Research shows tab switching can reduce focus by 40%. Batch similar tasks together. If you're answering emails, do them all at once. Don't mix them with deep work. This rewires your brain to handle complex work efficiently without getting lost in distractions. Bonus hack, the boredom trick, used by geniuses. Most people see boredom as a bad thing, but it's actually a hidden superpower. Studies show that when you let yourself get bored, your brain enters a deeper thinking state, the same state where creative ideas happen. Einstein used to stare at walls for hours, just thinking. Steve Jobs took long walks with no distractions. Bill Gates had think weeks, where he'd go off-grid just to read and reflect. When was the last time you let yourself be truly bored? Try this. Sit for 10 minutes with no phone, no distractions. Your brain will start making deeper connections automatically. Final takeaway. Reclaiming your focus for good. Your focus is your most valuable asset. If you can train your brain to resist distractions, you'll have an unfair advantage over 99% of people. Let's recap. Step 1. Your focus is being hijacked by billion-dollar companies. Step 2. Your attention span is shrinking because of constant dopamine spikes. Step 3. You can retrain your brain with dopamine detox, 30-minute deep work, and single tasking. Your challenge? Try just one of these hacks today. Drop a comment below. What's the biggest thing killing your focus right now? I read every comment, and if you're serious about leveling up your brain, hit that subscribe button and let's take back control together. Because in a world full of distractions, your focus is your superpower. Until next time, stay sharp.